Hey guys, Zen here, and we are back with another Rainbow Six news video, so let's get right into it. First up, I wanted to quickly go over a new game update. Recently, Ubisoft detailed a patch, and one of the biggest changes is to the way Kaid's shotgun works with the controller. Now, basically since the beginning of Win Bastion, people on console have been saying that the TCSG-12 shotgun has too much recoil and is just impossible to manage. So because of this, Ubisoft went in and changed the way the recoil reacts when using a controller versus a mouse. At least from the feedback I've been getting, this has been a very welcome change. It could actually open up the ability to use this weapon on console, where now it's basically impossible. Now, you guys know that I am a Kaid main on defense, and so I wanted to help some of you out who may aspire to become one. So if you are on console, I'm still going to recommend that you use his AUG. I think automatic weapons while using a controller just makes a little bit more sense, and you've also got to consider the secondary pistol. It has an ACOG scope if you really need it. You can pull this weapon out and have the best of both worlds if you do decide to run that AUG. Now, on PC with the mouse, I think the better choice is the shotgun, but only really because of its additional utility. You have the ACOG scope and can get kills, but then you can open up a hatch or soft wall with it and use it for things like that. Now, as far as secondary gadgets, I think it's really important for you Kaid mains to bring barbed wire, because you can set up a really nasty trap with it, but only if you ask your teammates to bring a deployable shield. Put up a deployable shield in a doorway and place barbed wire on either side of it with an electric claw, and you end up with this trap that's really difficult for the attackers to deal with. Now, I don't mean to ramble on, but now that Kaid's entire loadout is comfortable for everyone, I'm hoping he'll be picked more, and so there are some tips for the noobs. In this same update, they'll also be fixing the bird box glitch. For those that aren't up to date, there's a new Netflix film called Bird Box, and the main plot is that while outside, they must wear blindfolds so they can't see, otherwise terrible things will happen. Well, there was a recent bug that allowed enemy players to have an effect on your screen where you just couldn't see anything, and you'd usually have to restart the entire game to get it to work again. Now, I know there are a lot of you out there who've taken a break for a while or who haven't been on top of the news, so just in case you're worried, that is corrected. Moving on, Ubisoft seems to be pushing for all of us to lead a healthier lifestyle because they've launched the Get Fit with R6 campaign. Real quick, I want to know how many of you guys still get active and go outside while also playing Siege hardcore every day. There's a real balance there, and it honestly takes skill, so let us know your methods. But for the rest of us, Ubisoft would like for us to blend the two. So a few examples are, if you're the first person on your team to die, you need to squat for the rest of the round. If your drone gets destroyed as an attacker, you need to do jumping jacks for 30 seconds. If you somehow didn't pick up your rook armor, you need to do 10 leg raises. And of course, if you're skilled enough to bring home the win, you need to do push-ups based on your position on the leaderboard, which means bottom frag does 10 and the MVP doesn't have to do any at all. Now, I wanted to make sure to include this because I think it's a really interesting way to promote moving around while playing video games. I don't think there's really anyone out there that gets on and only plays 5 to 10 minutes of Siege. At least for me, I get on and go for full game sessions, and Siege is just one of those games that's always teasing just one more game. So yeah, I like this and I wanted to put you guys on. Next up, some new bundles. First up, there's the Tachanka Merc bundle. Ride out the night with Tachanka's Merc bundle. Comes with the Moonlit Cops uniform and headgear, Martiosh Bear charm, and Muddy Static weapon skin for the SASG-12. Then we have the Baja California bundle. Hide among the cacti with this bundle. Comes with the Sandroot camo pattern for the uniforms and headgears of both Valkyrie and Blackbeard. And finally, there's the really dope new Frost bundle. Fight for human decency with Frost Infantry bundle. It unlocks the Canadian Trenches uniform, the Veteran Fusilier headgear, Golden Castle charm, and Warhorse weapon skin for the Super 90. To be honest, I think Frost may have the best customization options in the game, Elite included, and this one really is no different. Last up, we have a leak for some new 6 Invitational Packs. So a bug came through that basically launched an in-game pop-up. I'm sure many of you have seen it, but it was for 6 Invitational Alpha Packs. The description reads, "Thanks for playing. As the upcoming 6 Invitational approaches, we're giving you a 2019 collection pack. You can access it in the pack section of the home screen." Now, since the bug went live, Ubisoft actually returned with a statement. They go on to say, "Due to a technical issue, players were able to see an in-game pop-up about the 2019 collection pack. This was not intended, and therefore you will not be able to find any pack in your inventory. This collection is meant to be released later this year, and we'll have more news to share in the upcoming weeks." Now, the biggest point of interest to the community, though, is the fact that these packs may be paid only, kind of like what we saw with the Sunsplash packs over the summer. Now, if you're looking for my perspective, these kinds of paid cosmetics never really bothered me in games as long as it has no direct impact on gameplay. What I'm not a big fan of, though, is when these packs have some sort of random variable added to them. I much prefer being able to look and can see exactly what I like and purchase that exact item right then and there, as opposed to being able to purchase a pack that has some sort of chance and maybe I don't get what I like. Now, usually you can just buy the entire collection in bulk and get everything on offer, but I know some would much prefer to buy individually. For those wondering, the 6 Invitational is where the pros face off for a grand prize, but it's also where new reveals take place, and this year's will be held in February. So I'd assume we'd see these packs sometime in the very near future, and it won't be long before they're officially revealed. But that's the news, guys. That's everything we're talking about. Now, of course, I want to hear from you. Do you plan on giving Kaid's shotgun another try? And what do you think of paid packs in Rainbow Six Siege? Let me know down below. If you do enjoy this video, please drop a like and subscribe with notifications if you're new. With that being said, it's been Zen. Hey, I'm out.
Nice try, watch out, Maverick.
Wow, nice shot, dude.
They're pinching me, 2 shields.
That's C4 if you want to make it. I've got it. I'm gonna do it.
Montaigne's in. Alright.
Nice shot.
Monty's dead.
Be advised, Op 2 has located a bomb.
I'm reloading!
I have a
On B,
mine
on B,
there,
on B, on B.
Kite.
Alright.
Swapping!
On B.
Playing on B.
Bandit in the kitchen, right above the head. Right next to the head of the kitchen.
Going live.
To the left. Ash, you can flash.
Work is on garage
Left
ladder.
corner. Close left. There you go.
It's a fucking hate.
Where was Red?
Garage ladder.
Alright. Nice.
Op 4 last stop standing.
Over here on me, over here. Good work. They're coming up west side.
Jackal is in bathroom. And Ash is kitchen, she's in now.
Somebody try to help me.
Smoke is in
Okay.
bathroom, he's pushing.
Lay the nest!
Someone geisha.
No, they just drone. Now they're both over. Yeah, one geisha. And that sledge, he got my camp.
Stairs.
A bomb has been located by Op 4.
Yeah, one stairs, Ash.
That.
Don't pick, just play it safe.
Watch out for the. Ooh.
One geisha, one stairs. Actually, she's near geisha as well, I think. The whole in B. He's hurt. On site, he's injured.
She's on site.
Op 4 last stop standing.
Oh, she's.
15 seconds. 10 seconds to go. Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.